Just want to give you some updates real quick as to what is happening at the moment. We have some updates from Times of Israel newspaper. We have also some updates from other sources like Al Jazeera. But this is what they're saying right now. Iran fired a massive salvo of ballistic missiles at Israel on Tuesday night, sending almost 10 million people into bomb shelters as projectiles and interceptors exploded in the skies above. Guys, 10 million people looking or running for shelter, running for cover is something very, very significant. I mean, Israel, they probably have never expected that it was coming the way it did yesterday. And I have some images that I'll be sharing with you when I show you what exactly has transpired in Israel. And we'll talk about Joe Biden and how he is and his administration is reacting to this. But let's talk a little bit more about this particular report. Soon after the attack, which was largely unsuccessful, this is coming from IDF, Prime Minister Netanyahu warned Tehran that it had made a big mistake and will pay for it. So again, largely unsuccessful, quote unquote, from who? From the Zionist media outlet that this was nothing, everything is just fine and nothing happened to Israelis. They're doing okay. But can you imagine 10 million people taking shelter? Wow. Some 181 missiles were launched. Again, these are coming from the Times of Israel news. In the strikes, according to the Israeli officials, the Israel Defense Forces said that it intercepted, quote unquote, a large number of them. And we have seen what happened really. So when IDF said nothing happened and, everything is just handy dandy and, the country is doing just fine, no missile entered into Israeli airspace, well, we do not have to see what he has to say. We have already seen those footages, those pictures, and this is exactly what they are now terrified of, Israel, Zionist state. Explosions could be heard across much of Israel from Jerusalem and the Jordan Valley. Reporters on state television lay flat on the ground during live broadcast. So people were actually running for their life. Now, I just want to show you, I think this picture is very, very cute. You can see the Zionists, they're now hiding. They're in bunkers underground. And this is exactly what they do to Gaza, people of Gaza every single day. And now they're doing it to people of Lebanon. This is exactly what you call tasting your own medicine. Israel's air defense were effective, the IDF said. Again, the U.S. also participated in the defense of Israel, both by detecting the threat from Iran ahead of time and intercepting some of the missiles, according to the military. I actually want you to read with me if you can. Now, the IDF said there were isolated impacts in central Israel and several more impacts in southern Israel. Again, denying any impact, denying pretty much everything that would help us to understand the situation, but IDF is going to hide all of it. The reason for that is simple, guys. The reason IDF is not going to let us know what is happening at the moment is because if they do give Iran credit for the attack and say, okay, these missiles, they hit their target, their intended target, then guess what will happen? Iran will feel confident next time they attack Israel, and they will know exactly how to launch the next missiles. And therefore, US and Israel, they're hiding it. They are giving no credit to Iran, but Iran knows, they don't have to know from US and Israel. They have already tested these ballistic missiles. They have already tested and they have done a lot of research. In fact, they have diversified their missile system. These are all very, very different missiles that Iran has in its arsenal. So it is not like, they are just stuck with one technology when it comes to missiles. They have a lot of different ways of making these missiles. They even send it or export it to Russia, as I have mentioned in my other video yesterday. So no, what IDF is saying doesn't make any sense, and is not definitely what we have seen in those footages. So these are absolutely going to be a devastating blow for the state of Israel, and they are suffering right now. They're all panicking. So again, IDF is saying these are isolated impacts, nothing happened. No, at a security cabinet meeting in a secure bunker. Now, when I said that, guys, look, Netanyahu right now, he is hiding, he's running. I meant it. And look what Times of Israel is saying. At a security cabinet meeting in a secure bunker near Jerusalem in the aftermath of the attack, Netanyahu warned that Tehran had made a big mistake tonight and vowed that it will pay for it, quote unquote, it will pay for it. The strike on Israel had failed, quote unquote, he said, and was thwarted thanks to Israel's air defense system, which is the most advanced in the world. Yeah, Paper Dome, you guys failed miserably. I mean, they really need to shut their mouth about this system they have in place to intercept these missiles. Like Paper Dome was made to intercept Hamas's rockets, maybe 50, 70, 80 of them. That's about it. That's why Iron Dome was installed by Israel with the help of US, obviously. But they were not installed to deal with this kind of rocket, this kind of missiles. See this kind of missiles? Yeah, this is not what Iron Dome was made for. So I don't know why they say we have the best air defense system. It failed. Yesterday, it failed miserably. And this is why we have seen those videos hitting those missiles, the targets that it was intended for. Unbelievable lies. So he said it all failed. He thanked the U.S. for its support as well. Of course, U.S. is holding meetings. Now, few things you have to understand when we talk about United States. Right now, they are still maintaining their same position that they had in the past, which is that if Iran gets involved and they are attacking for the defensive of their country, remember this attack that Iran launched was not really an offensive attack. It was a defensive attack to deter Israel from further assassinating Hezbollah leaders and Iranian IRGC members, military wing. It is not an offensive attack. Had it been an offensive attack by Iran, US would have launched attack on Iran right now as we speak. I mean, it would have been today we will have World War III if it was an offensive. So the only difference between World War III and not having World War III right now is really that Iran attacked Israel in defense of them. And so Biden, he's saying, well, these are not a big deal. I mean, this is exactly what he said. We're going to be protecting Israel. That's what they do, the Zionist Joe Biden, Genocide Joe. However, he did not say anything about attacking Iran. As Netanyahu said, Iran will pay the price, heavy price. Joe Biden did not say it. In fact, Joe Biden, what he said that this attack failed, just like what Netanyahu said. Well, the missiles were intercepted by U.S. Navy, U.S. military, so nothing really happened. In other words, what Joe Biden is trying to tell us is that U.S. is not going to get involved when Israel will retaliate or respond to Iranian attack, the one that took place last night. And this is why he's holding meetings and discussing the situation. And he knows that Israel really doesn't have the capability to launch attack on Iran, because Iran already has those S-400 anti-missile, anti-aircraft radar system from Russia installed. Already is all there. They have installed most of them on their nuclear sites. Therefore, if US says, okay, Israel, you can go ahead and attack, we're going to support you, Israel can do really nothing. Russia's anti-aircraft missile system they have in place in Iran is going to work 100% because it worked in Vietnam, it worked in the previous wars. So this S-400 defense system that Iran has, these are all being tested. These were deployed before. This type of, obviously S-400 is the newest version, but this type of defense system from Russia was working. So Israel doesn't really have much choice. The only missile they can launch right now, sitting in the comfort zone of Tel Aviv, is the Jericho 1 and 2 missile from Israel. Jericho 1 and 2 will not reach to Iran because of the S-400. Therefore, all of these missiles, if Israel launched these Jericho missiles, it will not have that impact. In fact, they will be intercepted, and this will be a big defeat for the Israeli military. Why? Because can you imagine you're launching missiles to a different country and all of your missiles are getting destroyed by the Russian technology. The regime in Iran does not understand our determination to defend ourselves and our determination to retaliate against our enemies, said Netanyahu. Wow, good luck with that. Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar and Hamas military commander Daif did not understand this. This is what Netanyahu is saying. He's quoting and he's saying that Yahya Sinwar didn't understand, Muhammad Daif didn't understand. Like, did you guys even find them? Do you even know where they are? So Netanyahu, these are hyperboles. It's not going to pan out. It's not going to work because they are being defeated. Last night what happened in Israel was a total humiliation for Israel. They will understand, he threatened, stressing that whoever attacks us, we will attack him. Good luck with that. I mean, this is what you want. Attack military. Why you attack civilians? They are attacking civilians everywhere, guys. Israel is killing civilians. They really need to man up and face the real man, in the battleground. But again, because these are diaper armies, they run for the bunkers and they run for the safety and security and hide behind U.S. They do really nothing much. It's only talk. He added that this had been the case wherever Israel fights the axis of evil, quote unquote, in the West Bank, Gaza, Lebanon, Yemen, Syria, and Iran. The axis of evil is Israel itself. Calling for the forces of light in the world. I'm not going to be reading anything anymore. But here, I'll read anymore. About Netanyahu. But I'm going to be saying a few things here. Iran said it fired the missiles into Israel in retaliation for attacks that killed leaders of Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Iranian military. It referenced Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah, Revolutionary Guard General Abbas Nil Forosham, both killed in an Israeli strike last week in Beirut. It also mentioned Ismail Haniyeh, a top leader of Hamas. So they included everyone in their statement. Now, I also want to give you some more updates on the recent event, what happened. So let's read here. Israel's military said at least 200 missiles had been fired at a Israeli in a phased attack. We attacked, so this is coming from IRGC, we attacked the heart of occupied lands. If the Zionist regime tries to respond to the Iranian operation, will face crushing responses. The IRGC said the attack was in retaliation of the killing of Hamas's leader. Direct hits were being reported. Israel's military said people can leave bomb shelters because the attack is over. For now, Israel has closed the country's airspace. The IRGC said it would target Jerusalem again if Israel retaliates. So that's very important. They have targeted largely Tel Aviv. Now they are going to Jerusalem. U.S. President Joe Biden, by the way, guys, Iranian minister, he said, we are going to be marching on and reach Jerusalem. So I think this is what they're saying, that next target will be Jerusalem. U.S. President Joe Biden directed the U.S. military to aid Israel's defense. Of course, they are going to come to the rescue of their beloved Israel, United States of Israel. Jordan and Iraq have closed their airspace following Iran's attack on Israel. Interceptions of missiles were reported over the skies of Jordan. And then we also have explosions were heard. The Israeli-controlled Netzarim corridor inside the Gaza Strip, according to local reports. Now we also have a rhetoric coming from this guy, Erdogan, saying or repeating the same thing he repeated in the past, which is that, we're going to do this, do that. This time he said that Lebanon will not be left alone. They will not be abandoned by Turkey. In fact, he said, we are going to help Lebanon in any way, shape, or form possible. And some people are saying this could mean that Erdogan might send troops or some help to Lebanon to defend itself from Israel. I mean, this is the high time for Erdogan really to do something, because he will probably not get this chance again. This is the time for him to say, you know what, I don't care about NATO, I don't care about anybody. I care only about the people of Gaza, people of Palestine, and people of Lebanon. So let me do what I want to do, and I don't care about the consequences. Obviously, Israel did not care about the consequences. Why would Erdogan be so worried about the consequences? I don't know. I mean, but anyways, this is his country. He's running it the best way he can. I have some comments here, guys. Thank you for your comments. If you have any more, leave a comment in the comment section. I will give you more updates. Have a wonderful day.